how to build your business and replace your income, even when or if you are surrounded by naysayers. Because this is something that I'm hearing from a lot of you is, oh, I could do this, but my husband thinks I'm crazy. Or, oh, I could do this if my parents were more supportive. I could do this if my family just didn't get in my head all the time about me doing this business. My friends think I'm crazy. They still don't get it, right? Have you heard any of those things before? If so, this is the live stream for you. My name is Christine McAllister. I am the Huffington Post and Business Insider featured founder of Life with Passion. I am the author of the #1 bestseller, The Income Replacement Formula. And I'm also the creator of the program, The Income Replacement Formula Live. And we are here to talk about how to build your business and replace your income, even when everybody around you in real life thinks you cray. Okay, and what to do if that's the case. So if you're watching this and you really feel like, oh my gosh, I can so relate to that, I want you to know you are not alone. I want you to know I have been there myself. I want you to know I hear this all the time. I hear this all the time. And I'd love for you to say hi if you are watching live or on the replay. I've got my Bai bubbles here, some seltzer water, and my fabulous, what do you call it, stemless champagne glass. Isn't that fun? So I want to talk about how to get the support that you need and want to replace your income and build your business, even when you're surrounded by naysayers. Because the thing is, I want you to think about a table. I want you to think about a table, and you are looking to elevate your life by being, and you're standing on this table. Okay, so like imagine this: you're standing on a table. I'm outside. So maybe you're standing on a table like my outdoor table here. You're standing on this table looking to better your life, better yourself, increase your income, create a new lifestyle for yourself. And the people who you're surrounded with in your daily life are either standing on the ground or sitting in chairs around the table, and you're standing up, right? Like you're elevated. Is it easier to pull them up onto the table or for them to pull you down off the table? You know the answer, right? It's much easier for the people we're surrounded by to pull us down when we are looking to improve our life and build our business, replace our income, and do something brand new, right? And that is a problem. Because I think a lot of us spend a lot of time lamenting the fact that our husband, our partner, whoever is not more supportive, fill in the blank who that is for you. They drag you down, they criticize you, they won't let you, get the support that you need, whatever. And I think we find a way to really personalize that and go, oh, well, if I only had a better relationship, or if I only had a different person, or if I only had, somebody who really believed in my dream, then I could do this. But the thing is, that's not true, because it starts with you deciding what you want and what you're going to do, and finding ways to add people into your life that support and are on the same journey. Because, you hear things like you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And I think that a lot of times we hear that, we freak out, and we think, oh my gosh, my husband's so negative, or he doesn't support my dreams, or whoever, or my best friend thinks I'm crazy. My parents, who that person is for you, whose opinion really, really matters, and who doesn't get what you're doing. And I would love to hear, because this is obviously a safe space to share, I'd love to hear who that person is for you. I've experienced it a lot with my husband, with my siblings, with some of my very best friends. just not understanding what in the world I was doing. And so for a long time, I felt super, super alone. And it made it really hard to grow. Hey, Melissa. Hi, Allison. So who are those people? Who have been those people for you along the way? I shared a few of them in my own life. Here's what I want to say. It doesn't mean you need a better partner or whatever. It does mean, though, that you have the ability, instead of freaking out and going, oh my gosh, I'm the average of the 5 people I spend the most time with, that means I have to get new people in real life. It means you can add some new people in, right? It means you can add some new people in instead of going, must, tabula rasa, blank slate this whole thing and start from scratch. Okay? The thing is, if you are not where you want to be, it is not your partner's fault. It is not the fact that they won't support you. It is just, I would say that you haven't made your mind up yet that this is a non-negotiable and that you're going to find a way to do it, whatever is speaking to you. And obviously, what we're talking about right now, if you're watching this live, is the opportunity to get the support to get where you want to be before the early bird price or the early bird bonuses for the Income Replacement Formula Live close at 8 p.m. Eastern. Because whether or not you have a supportive spouse, family, whatever, if they're not supportive and they don't get what you're doing, it's a real challenge, right? They're a lot more likely to pull you down than you are going to be able to pull them up and their attitude up. If they are supportive and they believe in you, chances are they still don't really get what you do, right? I was talking to another woman who's a retired, was a professor in a former life, or retired young professor like me, and she was saying that she had run into a colleague at her old school who was like, "Oh, so how's that coaching thing going?" And she was like me; she made a small teacher's salary doing this. And she lived in a huge city where expenses are really high, and she knows what this woman is making. And she's like, I'm going to make 5 times that this year. And people still think I'm like doing it, as a little side hobby. Oh, like, I hope that works out for you, right? No, people don't get it because they're not in it. They're not qualified to speak into your life that way. And so don't allow them to. Surround yourself with people who do and can and are. Because like you've heard me say before, there's no more important investment than you can make in your business than in yourself, because that's the one common ingredient in every attempt, in every venture, in every business idea, iteration, version, whatever that you will ever do. It's you. So let's say that you've tried a couple MLMs and you think, oh, well, this just wasn't the right MLM for me, and that's why it didn't work out. I just need to find a better, more exciting MLM or company or direct sales or whatever, network marketing, whatever you want to call it. Well, if you're in network marketing, I would say it's really important for you to be sold on the product, number one, so that you can sell it. Just like if you have services to offer, it's really important for you to be sold on your services and the results that they bring people so that you can sell them. But at the end of the day, that's what's required. That's what's required more than anything else. So if you find yourself hopping from business idea to business idea or company to company, it's time to really stop and take a look at what is actually going on. How can you invest in yourself to become the kind of entrepreneur who shows up fully, confident and clear, and is able to make sales consistently? Because if you ain't selling, you ain't making consistent revenue. All right, here's the thing. I used to teach college, undergrad and graduate. I spent a ton of money to go to school in undergrad and graduate school, right? Student loans, the whole thing. What I have done with the income replacement formula is priced it so that it's less than one single college course. You know that everything that you've studied, every piece of education that you've gotten has gotten you to this day. And most of us stop investing in ourselves after school, even though we want different results than what we learned in school to get. So the Income Replacement Formula Live is designed to be a high-level course in you and a high-level course in business building without having to go enroll in some, college where you're just going to learn theoretical basics. We're actually going to be walking through you building your business, right? You building your business. Now, I want to share with you something that I've had a conversation with a lot of my clients about, and this has happened to me too. A lot of times we decide that we want something, right? Like maybe you're like, oh my gosh, I really want to sign up for this course. I really want to work with Christine. I really want to be a part of this group in this community over the next 3 months. I think it's amazing. But I mean, my husband, spouse, partner, would never go for it, would think it was totally crazy. Have you ever felt that way? I want to share a tip with you. I think a lot of times when we go to someone who really loves and cares for us and wants to see us happy, but is also really, really concerned with anything new, right? Or any expense, especially if it's not for them, it's for you. What happens is a lot of times, especially as women, we will go to our partners and say, hey, I really want to do this. What do you think? And what that triggers a lot of the time is a protective mechanism of now your husband or your partner is the one who has to decide. So that triggers oh, I must protect this person I love and I'm in a relationship with. Now it's my decision to take on, even though I'm not really interested in it. So then what happens is they go and do all the research, they get all analytical on it, completely leaving out the fact that your intuition is saying, this is what I need, this is what I want to do it. Come back to you and they say, I don't think it's a good idea. I think you should go write a business plan instead. Go open a Google Doc and write a business plan. Google how to write a business plan and go spend 3 days writing a 50-page business plan and come back and let's talk about it. That's what you need to do instead. What? First of all, that's not how great businesses get built today. Second of all, you're taking advice from somebody who is not interested in building a business. And third of all, it's because you went and asked for permission. Now, I don't have a problem with talking over big purchases if that's a value that you have. I think that's awesome. We do too. But here's the thing. It's super helpful when you can go and ask for support instead of for permission. Because if you go in with the confidence of saying, this is something that I really want to do and that I believe is going to help me succeed in replacing our business, replacing my income and growing my business to the point where I can help create a better life for us, a better life for our family, more fun, more freedom, more travel, more income. I believe this is the thing I need to do it. Will you support me in it? That's a completely different feeling than, I think I want to do this. What do you think? Do you think it's a good idea? Will you look into it for me? Does that make sense? Such a crucial distinction. I think it's especially empowering when you can go in and you can say, this is an idea of how I have. This is an idea I have for how I think we could make the investment. This is what I think it's going to help me do with in terms of my ROI. Because let's be honest, the whole point of investing in yourself and in a program like the Income Replacement Formula Live is not to just have another business expense. It's to make an ROI and make that ROI many times over. You've heard me share before how when I invested in my first group program, it was terrifying. And yet within 3 weeks, I had tripled my income in my business because of the way I showed up when I invested in that level. At that level. I recently had a client tell me, a private client tell me that she was showing up with so much more focus and clarity on her dreams because she realized she was now the kind of woman who invested in herself that way. So literally paying for it alone, even apart from the coaching, raised her to the next level of success and of seriousness in her business to the point where she quit her 6-figure job within just a few weeks of us working together. Let me check the comments here. Most people don't get it and they don't understand it. That's why it's so important to have the support from a coach mentor. It's the best thing you can do to invest in yourself and your business. Yes, 100%. Don't believe people when they say you just need a better website. Don't believe people when they say, oh, you just need a sexier opt-in. Like, maybe, maybe not, but I want you to be making money before you scale and know exactly what converts organically before you scale your business using any kind of advertising or cold traffic or anything like that. Allison says, I cleaned out my little black book 24 years ago, thankfully. I love that. I love that. So here's the thing. The Income Replacement Formula Live has 4 amazing early bird bonuses that expire in 45 minutes at 8 p.m. Eastern, because it's super important to me to reward fast action takers. And we also have a bonus orientation call in just a few days that we need to have our group for, right? So like, you're going to get a bonus orientation call where you get to start getting early, coaching from me even before the program starts. You're going to get a one-on-one coaching call with me, which is normally only reserved for my 6-month VIP one-on-one clients who pay $7,500 to work with me. You're going to get both of my best self-study courses, my best-selling self-study courses that you can dive in on immediately starting tonight, so that even before the program starts, you've got the results of a solid foundation in your business, the 7 biggest things you need to do to lay a solid foundation in your business. I'm going to walk you through those inside the Business Basics Bootcamp. That's one of them. And then also really, really honing in or recommitting to your niche and discovering exactly how qualified you are to serve them already. So you get to start working on those right away. And then you get a bonus orientation call with me where you're going to start to get coaching immediately and get to be in the private Facebook group and start to get to know your fellow members. It's already an incredible group in there. And then we're going to dive in very soon with the 12 pieces every week that build on each other for you to create a successful income replacing business. So every week you get a module that's designed to build on each other. And every week you get a live group coaching call with me where I'm going to personally answer your questions. And every week you get access to private office hours with me where you and your fellow group members get the opportunity to ask me a question that's come up for you between calls so that you can stay connected, so that you can stay supported the entire time. Now, all of this is available, plus those early bird bonuses for $14.97 for 3 months of working with me. Or if you prefer payment plans, 3 payments of $5.97. That is the same price that I charge for a half-day intensive, which is 3 hours with me. And you're going to get more than an hour with me every week for 12 weeks, more like 2 between the office hours and the group coaching call. 12 weeks. My hands and my eyes on and in your business and your mindset and your confidence and your self-doubt and overcoming your fear and making sure you're showing up and holding you accountable and helping you understand what's been holding you back and move through it. Because like I said earlier today, if there's something that you don't have yet, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It just means there's something you don't know. And I am here to shine a light on what that is and help you understand it so that you can very quickly replace your income. And I want to walk alongside you for the next 12 weeks to do just that. And that's where we're going inside the Income Replacement Formula Live. The link to check out what is included and join us before these bonuses disappear is lifewithpassion.com/income replacement formula live. I'm going to pop it in the comments. Here you go. lifewithpassion.com/income replacement formula live. Check it out. You are going to see how many women specifically I have supported in helping incomes and helping them out of their 9-to-5s. You probably heard me say I have 75% success rate in helping clients in various niches all over the world, literally clients on 5 continents, to do just that. These simple strategies work. This container is very powerful. The income replacement formula live is all of my best strategies, me helping you and getting surrounded by people who are not naysayers, but who have the same drive and passion and focus as you and are on the same path. Some of your best friends will come out of this program because you're gonna get to know them in a way you don't know anyone in your real life. You're gonna see behind the scenes. You're gonna get to support each other. And so if you are looking for people who understand it and are gonna be future best friends, this is the container, the Income Replacement Formula Live. And it's an honor to be leading this group because I truly believe that when we get empowered, the world is changed for the better. And so for every person who joins, I also fund a microloan for a woman in a developing country who has a dream of being an entrepreneur, because a rising tide raises all ships. Now, I want to make sure that I answer your questions about the Income Replacement Formula Live before the early bird bonuses end tonight. So if you have questions about any of it, I want to hear. I'm going to look at my notes here and see what I haven't covered. I think that one of the things that I want to challenge you with is that a lot of times I hear, that sounds really great. It sounds like you're offering like an amazing value. Now's not a good time for me. I have other priorities in my business. What is a bigger priority than making more money and replacing your income? Like if you want your business to be successful, you've got to learn how to do sales in a way that feels good. You've got to learn how to get visible. You've got to learn how to overcome your fear and self-doubt. You've got to own your confidence. You've got to nail your niche. You got to get really clear on what you're offering and how to package and price it. And if you don't have all of those pieces in place, I'm sorry, but what business do you have? Throwing things against the wall to see what's going to stick, right? So the people who join this program are ones who are like, I'm committed to myself. I'm going to find a way to make this work, and I trust that the hows are going to be a part of this program, right? That's what I'm investing to learn, because what we know for sure is that talk is cheap, right? We know this in relationships. We know this if you have kids. We know this in the workplace. We know this in life. We know this in politics. Talk is cheap. You can say anything, but what's on your calendar and what are you paying for with your money, right? What's on your calendar and what does your bank account show? What do those two things show? Those two things reflect your true priorities. And so if that kind of hits you like, ooh, yeah, that's true. Like I've been talking a lot about how I wish I could quit my job. I've been complaining about it a lot, or I've been like stressing and striving and scrolling Facebook endlessly or Instagram endlessly and just feeling overwhelmed. What are you doing with your time and what are you doing with your money to change that situation? The Income Replacement Formula Live is a solution to both. And that's why I'm so passionate about encouraging you to get the help that I'm offering inside, because you're exactly who I take a stand for. High achiever who wants to replace your income and then some. Ooh, do you see the hummingbird at my feet are back there? Hi, little hummingbird. This is tiny little blip. I have like at least 3 of them who fight each other and dive bomb each other at the feeder. I love it. They're magical. This is what I want you to know. There's never been a better time to start a business and to do it with freedom from anywhere in the world. There has never been a better time. You don't have to go to the bank and put a mortgage or a lien on your house to do it. the investment is extremely small, to the point where I think a lot of times there's this fallacy of like, oh, I should be able to figure out how to do it on my own and for free. Well, you can, but it's going to take you a lot longer simply because you're doing something you've never done before. Like anything, right? The quickest way to get where you want to be, and if you don't have the results that you want yet, it's probably because you don't have a mentor who's done it, who's good at helping others get those results. That's the quickest way to get where you want to be, and to have some skin in the game of your own life so that you show up with a commitment to be free of that job, to replace your income and then some. You may have heard me say this before, but I've worked at the Olympics 3 times. And one of the things that really fascinates me is how these athletes who are at the absolute peak of physical performance and athleticism and talent are seriously taking coaching from their coaches, who are typically much older and not at the peak of their physical. They're not playing anymore, right? But they have the wisdom, they have the experience, they have the results. And so I have watched people like LeBron James and Kevin Durant and Kobe Bryant. I got to sit right next to the bench in London. Crazy, amazing experience. And I watched them be coached by Coach K, who's like this tiny white guy in his 70s, being towered over by these incredible, greatest of all time type athletes, and listening. They are being coached at the height of their careers. What business do we have thinking that we can figure it all out on our own when it's something that we've never even done before, much something that we have spent 30 years doing, like these guys, right? So if they're still listening to coaches to get that gold medal, what lesson can we take? It's that we need to make ourselves available to be coached and to learn as well. And that's what I'm offering you in the Income Replacement Formula Live. That's what you get extra early bird bonuses for if you sign up by 8 p.m. tonight, half hour from now, if you're watching live. And just by signing up, you are going to raise yourself to the next level by opening up possibilities, by allowing yourself to be supported, by knowing that you're going to have the hows every day through the rest of the year. That's what I want to help you do. If you have questions, I want you to feel free to PM me or email me, Christine@lifewithpassion.com, so that I can be sure to answer them before the early bird bonuses expire. I hope to see you inside. Be sure to check out lifewithpassion.com/income replacement formula live, income replacement live, for all the details on what we're covering. And when you join, you'll get fast access to those bonuses, to our private Facebook group where we're already hanging out and cheering each other on and getting to know each other, future biz besties in there. You're going to get a one-on-one private coaching call with me to help you fast track and implement the results from the program. And you're going to get a bonus orientation call very soon to start getting that group experience honed in, zoned in on what you're doing and how to replace your income as fast as possible in a way that works for you. So join us inside and I will see you there. Bye.